Oxygen levels.
Oxygen levels are fully recharged.
Set a course to Dark Waters 9. For context, these videos are strictly for entertainment purposes only. These are just theories, not fact. Don't believe everything you see on this video. Who actually controls everything?
I found this book at the local antique shop yesterday, and it was written in 1926, The Secret World Government or the Hidden Hand, Unrevealed in History, 100 Historical Mysteries Explained. There's a secret government, and they are of the nature of the individuals who are taking over now, the blues with a J, that they are the ones that have been running society because they made a pact with a god. He calls it Satan, but that's his position. But I want to read to you this very specific, I have to be careful about what I really was trying to debate whether to put this on the internet at all, because it could really get me in trouble. But this particular page, I just want you to see this particular part, talking about proof of the existence of this invisible world government, this hidden hand. He says, the world is governed by very different personages from what is imagined by those who are not behind the scenes, i.e., not by kings and ministers. Disraeli said not others, but different, which means not the kings, ministers, or other similar men, but absolutely different, possibly even of a different race. Who they are must be known first of all, and only then can we control them and establish peace, but not before. You know how I found this book at the local antique shop.
Boy, I'd love to get my hands on that book. I feel like we all need to read the entire thing just to see what it says. All right, we have another UFO. This one was in Newport, Virginia.
What you're looking at right now is one of the craziest UFOs I have ever seen. Notice the three things spinning behind the UFO. I'm gonna play it again in slow motion. I don't know what type of technology this is, but look at this. Like, it's definitely something going on out here.
Those are the same three cylindrical UFOs that we seen a while ago that allegedly went around the plane and opened a portal and the plane disappeared. Fire Marshal Bill, let me show you something. Alright, I found it. It took a little bit of digging. Now this has to be one of the most intense UFO footages I have ever seen. When I saw the three orbs on the last one, it reminded me of the same type of rotation these UFOs were doing. Let's take a look.
This next one is one of the scariest UFO videos I've ever seen. And I have a little history with this one. It's actually becoming very popular right now. I've seen it trending all over Twitter and Reddit. I saw it on Facebook, everywhere. I've seen it everywhere. But it's actually a very old video. This, look, here's one orb. Sorry, I will go into it. One of the orbs just showed up. Here's the other. Bam, here's the third. This video I saw around 2012, 2014. I think it was 2014, right around the time that and many are speculating this is that flight. This video did come out around that time, as did a few other things that were very strange, but I can't guarantee that this is that flight, but I can tell you that this video is genuine. I remember when it first came out, people trying to debunk it. This is the satellite view.
Now take a look at the orb rotation around the plane on this one, and let's go back to the one we just watched. It has that same delta-like cylindrical formation. The delta force clockwise rotation, you see it going on with this one. This looks more like a transport system going to the outer wall, if you ask me. You can see the lights on the back. This could be we see these multiple times at night. Here's another instance of seeing that same looking UFO at night. I believe they're transport stations. You know, it could be a cloaked airship as well, and you can just see the lights of inside the ship. So many different theories you can throw this, but I like to believe that they go out to the outer lands. This is a transport system that they go out to the outer lands. Here's the same cylindrical device. You know, this the people in the coach, they got their windows up. That's why you see the lights in the back. You know, and you don't see the lights all over like this one. Like this one, you see the lights all over. It makes you think. Are they really going to the outer lands?
What in tarnations? What do you do when you find this under your house? Now, I'm not being funny. Everybody knows I love a mud flood. But if I found this under my house? Oh no, sorry sweetheart, we gotta move. I'm sorry darling, but you're having a laugh, ain't ya? Do what? Leave it out, mate. You're having a jolly rancher. Like,
They said you're having a Jolly Rancher.
look how deep it goes. And honestly, you gotta love white people, because there's no way I'm crawling through here. We got my brethren Luke, Outdoors Explores. There's some things I just can't do. I can't, look at the angle. I would have turned round long time ago. This person's still going. He's not worried about spiders, or cobwebs, or monsters and demons. I realize that's much of a black thing. Black people, we believe in monsters and demons. So I don't know why this person is not scared of anything. But brother, I would say demolish the whole thing.
They got a whole cave ecosystem under their house. That has to be what? At least like a 10,000 square foot they have of just underground cave system. You know, and it's like you don't want to start demolishing, start making more space, because you don't really know the structural integrity. Look, they got bricks, for crying out loud, holding up some spots of this cave. What an absolutely terrifying situation. Of course they're going to keep going. That was a crawl space. I wouldn't even fit through there. What would you guys do if you, honestly, if you guys just bought a house and you're renovating, you notice a latch, you open the latch, go down under your basement, and discovered you have over 20,000 square foot of old world cave system. What would you do? How would you utilize this space? Can you even breathe under there? What's the oxygen levels would be my first concern. You know? What were they going to do with this space? So many questions. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Would you move or would you utilize this space? If you ask me, thinking about it, it would be an excellent little bunker. You cleaned it up a lot, but the structural integrity of the spot scares me. What on earth is this structure? It looks like the moon, some type of crab claw, and what a sphinx and a giraffe up top? What is going on here?
This is the Peace Fountain. Right next door. Look at that Masonic temple looking thing. Huh, St. John's Divine? What do you...
Oh, we can easily see the etheric conducting towers. I mean, honestly, at this point, you gotta ask yourself, if those aren't ether conducting towers, what are they?
You got going on up there? 1892, huh? 1985, huh? Make it make sense.
It appears to be a head. chopped off.
What the heck is going on here? Why is he making love to a giraffe? 1985. Make it make sense, St. John's Divine. There's a lot going on over here. Come on, St. John's Divine. What is that? Similar to Trinity Church?
Now I'm looking at this and I'm thinking to myself, why would they put this old world structure here? This could have been, what we're looking at could be an ancient Tesla coil.
What's going on up there, man? Similar to...
Right here, this could be an ancient etheric Tesla coil, like how there was wireless electricity within like a certain footage of this. It could be possible.
City Church. What's going on up there, man? What was going on? Make it make sense.
You see the stained windows. When they had the organs playing inside the buildings, the harmonic resonance resonated with those windows, magnified the healing factor, allegedly.
It makes sense. Up on a hill? 1892? Sound off in the comments. Am I nuts? Got like a castle tower there, the Masonic Dome. Make it make sense, St. John's Divine. A castle tower there, the Masonic Dome. Make it make sense.
And called me crazy. It almost looks like they took part of this building off. I do believe that some of these structures, when they were originally built, were built by airships and they were stacked like Legos. And it almost looks like they didn't finish this one, or they could have probably took the piece off and moved it somewhere else, is what I'm thinking. Because look, there's no etheric conducting, nothing up there at the highest, most at the highest spot. It would only make sense that you would put the ether conducting towers up there, but it almost looks like this building wasn't finished. Like it was going to keep going and going and going up. You know? No, I'm not crazy.
Sense, St. John's Divine. I don't know if St. John's Divine doesn't make any sense. Make it make sense.
What an interesting place. I would just be looking at this for like 30 minutes, just trying to figure out what exactly is going on.
Right now.
This video proves that everything in our history is a lie. Look at these doors, 20 to 40 feet tall, clearly not built for the average human being. These massive arches, windows, entryways, these old megalithic structures clearly were built for the Nephilim, for the giants. Things that were mentioned many times in the Bible. We find not only massive doors, but massive cathedrals, giant skeletons, giant swords, all across our world. Like, how could you see this and be like, yeah, this was built for a normal human being? It's not possible, right? Every single ancient culture, from the Sumerians, the Norse, the Greeks, the Native Americans, they spoke about these colossal beings, the giants, the Nephilim, the demigods, or the sky beings, the fallen angels that came down and mated with humans. This explains these massive structures, the pyramids of Giza, the giant steps at Machu Picchu, and all of these massive doorways. All just point to one thing, that we've been lied to about the real origins of humanity and our true history. They don't want us to know. They don't want us to know, and it's as simple as that. Because if we discovered what our true history is, there would be an uprising tomorrow, straight up. They want us ignorant. They want us stupid. They want us obedient. But the truth is in plain sight, guys. It's right in front of us. You just need the eyes to see. Stop believing the lies and start believing your intuition. Peace and love. This video proves that everything in our history is a lie.
This door has to be the craziest one. It's like there's scratch marks. You know, am I tripping, or does it look like there's scratch marks, like something was trying to get in? What type of giant beast is scratching metal, leaving marks like that?
to just give you the awareness that there's a part of the system that functions very similar to how a battery functions. And when that part of the system has a high charge to it, if you want to use that terminology, it then activates quite a few different abilities in the matrix. You don't get just one ability. One, the body is on a charge, so when you're asleep, you're not even really asleep. The body can't be, what you really are can't be contained by the body. Let's put it that way. The being you are is once you go to sleep and the body lays down, quote unquote, the guard, you're out, you're flying. And we mentioned that before, that was the natural process of even what we would say is death, is that you would go through.
Are they water bending?
Living life, building chi, working with your yin, working with your yang. And then as you got older, your chi would be so large, what they used to call the dragon, that you were just waiting to get out of this thing. And you literally, I had another video, I didn't bring it tonight, but there's another video where you see the master choose. He's already like sitting in his 80s, 90s or something like that. Who knows how old he was? And he was there with the crew. And they got some exclusive footage. And basically this master chose to right then. And then it took him only a moment to remove his life. And then they carried him out of there and that was over. And where do you think he goes? Do you think that it's over for him? And this is what we really also need to focus on, is that life is not over when we leave here. So if we keep getting distracted, especially with the divisions, and we never really level up, then we, at best repeat, if not come back degenerated or broke in some way. Not just broke monetarily, but the current generator is broke. Okay. And this is what we need to kind of address this evening, is that this is the reason why we meditate, because we have a current generator in our body. Now, in the US and most of the Uniteds, they have technically magnets for this kind of power, meaning that when you're in a matrix and you have this kind of power, you become a magnet. Like, you see how many people are around? This is like being famous, which many people that are famous say they hate being famous.
That seems absolutely wild to me. Why was that beat going so hard? It does look beautiful, just seeing, what are those, carnations, all the flowers. Look at the mountaintop on the back, reflecting off the water. What a sight. Cows grazing. What type of fantasy is going on here? Bubbles in the wind on a steamboat, airship on ground. What are they doing? I believe these go up and down too, so this might be an airship replica. How crazy would that be? What is this? There's no way this is a real building. It looks like AI, but I know it's not. They're going kind of hard. It looks like they even got a little Tartarian building of their own down here. That's another one. Who knows how many old world buildings are in China? But this new age cyclone bridge that they got going on here, that is insane. Could you imagine eating right there? Biting into a cheeseburger, looking over the city. About to go play some arcade games or whatever they got going on in there. They got one more. We got to check it out again. Look at this building. This is insane. Look at the bridge they put up top. This is the type of buildings I would expect to see nowadays. You know? Like, look, what if that's like the food court / entertainment division at the very top? Imagine working there. These people probably never leave. Everything you need, food, living expenses, they're renting, going to work, everything in this. It's like each one of these buildings, I wouldn't be surprised, with their own community. You gotta think, how big is China? You know, it's absolutely massive if you think about it. Like, you can fit how many Americas inside China, and who knows all the stuff that they got to do. Like, look at that cycling on that glowing water in a cave. That is legit. Water slide, okay. You know, okay, see the mountain in the back, yeah. I feel like I gotta go to China at least once. But the question is what are you gonna do?
The entire world has been deceived on what Antarctica actually is. It's not just some mysterious continent at the bottom of our world. It is an ice wall boundary that circles the entire world, keeping the water in. I'm sure you've seen photos like this and became suspicious. Well, check out what it says in the book of Proverbs 9 verse 27. When he prepared the Shamaim, heaven, I was there. When he decreed a vault on the face of the deep ocean. When he gave to the sea its limit, so that the waters would not transgress his command. Look at that. He placed a vault upon the ocean, so the water would not pass his command. This is actually the map that pilots use. This map is also found in the United Nations logo. Notice how Antarctica is missing? It's because it goes all the way around. They know the truth. Now, if you need more proof, go to Google Earth. Go to Antarctica, and I want you to select the measuring tool here in the top left corner. Now, we can go to any continent. Here's New Zealand, right? And you can basically make a border around it, and it'll tell you the area that's inside that border you made. Now, watch what happens when we do the same thing to Antarctica. Go all the way around and connect it at the end. Boom. Oh, look at that. It turns it into a border, an ice wall. They are required to put the truth right in our faces. All this is prophecy of Luke 12:2 and 3. Right? Whatever is concealed shall be revealed. Whatever is hidden shall be made known. Whatever they speak in the dark shall be heard in the light, and they shall also be proclaiming these things on the housetops. To them, it's like a joke. They like to put the truth right in our faces. It's entertainment to them. All this hidden information is in the True Earth book. You guys can go download this right now. It's right in my profile. Don't forget to like and follow, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
I'm almost shocked that they even gave us that tool, to be honest.
So if you're always feeling tired, you want to make this drink. Did you know feeling constantly exhausted is a sign that your body may need more oxygen flow? Beets are naturally rich in iron and nitrates, which improves oxygen flow and energy. And the vitamin C from the citrus helps the iron absorption. The apples add a natural sweetness. Carrots help with healthy skin and eyes. And the ginger soothes your digestion and gives it a warm kick. Blend it all together, and that's it. It's sweet, earthy, and so refreshing.
Damn, that looks good. I could use some of that right now.
So in this leak footage you're looking at, just showing the ET, showing these military guards how to use this anti-gravity technology inside of a secret base, whereabouts unknown. So in this leak footage you
Man. Oh my God. These aliens are cruising down. This is too much. We got an alien on a hoverboard. I bet you thought you weren't going to see an alien on a hoverboard today. And look at the people. They're like, oh, yeah, that's just our boy. We know about him. That's Roger. Oh, man. That's hilarious. Leaked military footage showing UFO tech. If these come out next year, that would be wild. Get your own UFO magic carpet coming soon.
This footage right here is very interesting. At first you see an ET, which looks like the same ETs from the Virginia incident in Brazil. And then you see a guy running in front of the camera to keep it.
Somebody did get in front of the camera like, hey, what is you doing? You know you're not supposed to record this. Oh, man, let's get to this specimen, y'all. If you thought we didn't have another excellent specimen for you today, think again. You know, it's going to be hard to top the one yesterday, that Thanos snap. Woohoo, that was a banger. But this one, drop your thoughts in the comments below. I need to know what you would name this specimen. As you can see, this is called the watermelon tourmaline. I can kind of see the watermelon shape a little bit, I guess, in the green, but that's not a name I'd give it. Let's give it a proper name. You know, looking at the light lavender colors and the green octahedrals protruding through this specimen, I would personally have to call this alien cabbage. Yeah, alien cabbage is what we would name this, guys. I want to hear your thoughts below. What would you name this? Alien cabbage is what I'm going with. Man, that's all we got for today's video. If you made it this far, the code word for today is out of this world. Go ahead and drop out of this world in the comments below. That lets me know you're a real one. You made it all the way through the video and you really rock with your boy. Just want to say thank you for your guys' support. I love you guys. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop the like and subscribe button so you can see more. We're getting better on the likes. You guys are killing it. And I just want to say thank you. The likes are getting better. Don't be afraid to comment and participate. That's how we grow, you know, by engaging, talking back. You know, that's how we grow and, you know, come up with a new paradigm or a new angle to look at something that might be the last piece you need to complete your paradigm. So, hey, I'm just saying, you know, that's how we grow on these waters. And, you know, I love hanging out with you guys. And this was the most mysterious TikToks on the internet today. Till next time.